Now to the latest on the heat wave that is covering most of the country. It could last through the weekend and this morning, and much of the East Coast is bracing for some of the hottest weather so far this year. Marysol Castro is in Washington this morning on the National Mall with more on all of it. Marysol, good morning. Thanks for braving the heat for us.
Absolutely. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, everyone at home. Right now, it's 81 degrees. It feels more like 91 degrees here in the nation's capital. The heat wave that has gripped 2/3 of the nation is just sitting over the East Coast, and it's dangerous. 22 people have died as a result. Heat is the #1 killer of all weather-related hazards.
Searing temperatures continue to grip much of the country. More than 141 million people have been facing advisories in a heat wave that has broiled 34 states with 100-plus temperatures. Across the country, the unrelenting heat is responsible for at least 22 deaths. This NOAA animation shows the heat wave in red, like a rash across the central U.S., and now it's closing in on the East Coast. It's all the result of what's called a heat dome, which forms when a ridge of high pressure in the upper atmosphere compresses the hot, moist air beneath it. At the same time, the jet stream is pushed northward, keeping any cool air way up in Canada.
How's this heat treating you?
It's tough. I mean, the sun's tight, but we've been drinking lots of fluid.
Here in Washington, D.C., the mercury is just beginning to soar. These D.C. firemen have to answer the call no matter how hot it gets.
And you just learn to deal with it. Like I say, stay hydrated. And when we do work in it, you try to pace yourself and ask for relief.
That relief can come from this cooling truck that follows firefighters to emergencies.
The whole purpose of it is to provide the firefighters with a cooling station.
The air-conditioned truck is equipped with cool water and Gatorade, as well as medical equipment.
It looks like you can even check vital signs.
Yes.
And they carry portable misting stations, all in the name of keeping emergency workers safe in the heat.
Try to stay cool, out the sun, but we work in it. If duty calls, we got to go.
Absolutely, because in the face of danger, these firefighters have absolutely no choice. It is so humid here in Washington, D.C., it feels like you can almost wring the air. The expected high is 101, but when you factor in the heat index, it feels way hotter. And again, by the weekend, this is just going to get worse all along the I-95 corridor. And of course, we'll have more on that later on in the broadcast. Rebecca?
Going to get worse. Marysol Castro in Washington, thank you. We're going to see you in just a few minutes.